Well, hey everybody, this is Chris DeFirio with Keys to the Shop, and welcome to another edition of Shift Break. Today's episode is brought to you by La Marzocco. Their espresso machines are built with intentionality. They are built by hand in Florence since 1927. They are known for beauty, dependability, innovation. Name more important things about an espresso machine. I mean, this is a company that is on the forefront of everything that we know about espresso machines right now. And whatever your desire is for a machine, whether it's more technologically advanced or something that's a lot more manual and simple, they have an espresso machine that will fit your cafe and will be the bedrock of your operations for quite a long time. There are machines out there that have been going for decades and they're still going strong. And so if you're looking for great espresso equipment, if you want a great espresso machine, go to lamarzocousa.com. Look at what they have to offer. Reach out, info@lamarzocousa.com, and they will help you find the right machine for your cafe. Now, we're also sponsored today by our friends at Rattleware. I love Rattleware. I mean, they make things that are simple. They just work. It's not complex to make small wares that just work. I mean, the little things that go wrong with little things equal big problems. It's frustrating. You don't like using them. They're always dirty because they're... It's very hard to work with tools that don't work. So Rattleware operates with this philosophy. We just want to sell things to you that are going to help you run a great coffee shop and not have to think about it. So go to rattleware.com, check out what they have to offer. You see that brand on something, if you have a choice between one or the other, and that other is Rattleware, I'd say go for the Rattleware. Now, today's episode, I want to jump into something that I think is critical for us to understand, especially today when we've got all sorts of content around us. I am a content creator, right? I create content. I am producing this podcast right now. I produce, lots of different, opinions and materials, and we just have this category called content, right? And what we end up doing a lot of times in the coffee shop is we create content for our customers to consume, not just the coffee, but the philosophy, the meaning, the stuff around it, right? We create that, and it gets to be a lot. You get your eye off the ball because you start to chase your tail a little bit with content, because now you see yourself as a content creator, and content creation thrives on you not being satisfied or somebody not being satisfied truly with what they've consumed, because you got to consume it again. You got to consume it again. The content that you create and the things that you put out there, the mindset that gets created through content creation often is one where you create dependency, which is architecting lack mentality. I need one more thing. I need one more thing. So it's a perpetual, unfinished, unresolved tension where it's almost like we are trying to make people discontent with our content. And so what we need to be, rather than content creators, is contentment creators. We need to be people that practice ourselves a sense of contentment with our business, with our coffee, with our people, with our community, and spread that out so that people feel not that they have to keep on plugging in to get more because there's just one more thing you need to know, or there's just one more thing you need to buy. Maybe being content is okay, and you can settle into the rhythm of being and knowing how to then receive the reward of your work, or actually enjoy a cup of coffee. Enjoy a shift with your staff. Look out onto the cafe with a sense of contentment and reject the idea that you can never settle yourself down. You can never, contentment is not the enemy of maintenance, of excellence. It's not even the enemy of innovation where innovation serves a sense of contentment. Contentment is not about being lackadaisical, lazy, irresponsible. It's not about not working, laying back. I can be content while I eat a meal to sustain my body and know that that is a need that I have, but I'm practicing contentment in the midst of it. So you can be working towards something, with something, for something, and strive to produce contentment rather than just arbitrarily producing content to drive a sense of FOMO in people that to you seems like it's going to secure their patronage. For you, you feel like that's going to secure your sense of doing a good job because your standing in the community is secure, because you did this innovation thing. And it was all in the quest to serve your need for validation. And it doesn't produce contentment, it produces a dependency, a lack of contentment, where you feel like you can't settle down, you can't relax, you can't receive the blessing of the work that you've been doing. And you can't allow other people to do that too. Everyone's got to be on edge, on alert, always looking, never content. So in a time where people are more aware than ever that there are content creators and brands that represent multiple facets of their personality and themselves, and they collect these things like a series of mirrors. I mean, I just have this image of somebody sitting in a chair and they have mirrors all around them, just reflecting all the different parts of their face and their exam. So that's this coffee brand represents me this way. My clothing brand represents me that way. I like to support that and that and that. And we just collect these things. And marketers love this because they say, well, that you need to be one of those things for that person because that's going to secure your business. Is it worth securing your business by perpetually keeping people insecure, including yourself? Wouldn't it be better to produce contentment and to pursue a sense that excellence to be maintained? And the innovation will come where you're protecting the thing that you have, and you will grow. You will evolve. But the striving to grow, a child doesn't need to strive to grow. There are just basic things that need to be done. In fact, oftentimes the less you strive and the more you are at peace and are allowed to enjoy the day and enter in the present moment, the better you're going to grow. So let's not be content creators. Let's be content creators instead. So that's all I have for you. Thank you very much, everybody. And as always, I will see you here next week on another edition of Shift Break. From keys to the shop.